Hey guys, Joe here, back to the Word. Today talking about good gifts, the Father of lights. I want to start by reading in James chapter 1, verse 16. It says, "Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we should be a kind of firstfruits of his creatures." James starts out in verse 16 with saying, "Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers." James chapter 1 is about suffering and trials. When we're going through hard seasons in life, we can sometimes lose sight of who God is. Here, James defines a few verses earlier that God is not the one who's leading us into temptation, and he wants to remind us who God is as our Father. He says, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above." We have a Father who gives good gifts. He says, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Isn't it amazing to know that our God is faithful, that he is good? All the time, he is good. Recently, I got to teach a little bit of Psalm 23 to some students, and in that psalm it says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Isn't it great to know that we have a God who is with us, even though we walk through trials, even though we go through the valley of the shadow of death, he is with us, that he comforts us, and he is right there with us. His faithfulness and goodness never change. It goes on to say in verse 18, "Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth." This is saying he was clear in his truth declared to you. He says that we should be a kind of firstfruits of his creatures. He is going to complete the work he has started in your faith, in your life. I can't read that verse without thinking about Philippians, where Paul says that he will be faithful, God will be faithful to complete the work that he started in you. This chapter and these verses really just talk about the Father heart of God. And as I record this video, I don't know where you're at right now. Maybe you've seen God. Maybe you're trusting in his goodness and faithfulness, but maybe you're starting to doubt. You're starting to wonder, does God see? Does God care? Does God know what's going on in my life? And what I want to say is yes, and he is with you. James will later say, "Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you." We have a Father who gives good gifts, the Father of lights. The Father of lights mentioned is actually a tie back to Genesis, the idea that God has been faithful in sending his light into the world, not just the created light, but the light of his Son, the salvation that draws us close and provides a relationship with him. So I would encourage you today, if you're doubting God's character, who he is as a Father, spend time in the Psalms, spend time in James, spend time with your Heavenly Father, reminding yourself who he is. And maybe you're in the midst of a trial. Maybe you're in the midst of something that's hard. You're in the valley of the shadow of death. Remember today, God is with you. You're never alone. He is the Father of lights. That's all for today. I just want to remind you of that truth. God bless. See you guys soon.